Sweet. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. It's okay. Sweet.
I don't need
Mama's
power.
no. Mama's got to feed her though.
No, don't,
Yeah.
don't.
Sweet.
I don't have a belly button.
Belly button. Yeah.
Belly.
Pajamas in here. In here. Are you that dude? Are you that guy? You got me something? Is that a special water? Do you know I didn't have any water, Salem? And Dada's not inside. Thank you so much. Well, I am a firm believer that if you don't respect your body's need to rest and recuperate after going through something intense like birth, that your body will make you. Oh, I think the last thing I'm recorded saying is me sitting outside talking about 1 week in bed, 1 week around the bed, and then I was outside and I was up with the kids and all within 48 hours, and my body told me I was gonna get back in bed. I was experiencing some high blood pressure after baby and some pretty significant headaches, which from my background in women's health care and birthing babies and all those things, those are not good signs. So I have been planted in the bed now for the last, 3 days. And I've only gotten up to go to the bathroom and, so Darren's really good at this. He has zero background in healthcare, but which is actually so much more a blessing. He can think level-headed and doesn't operate in fear and fear-mongering of all the things, but he has great perspective when it comes to actually listening to what your body's telling you. So so I'm very thankful for him, but so I've really had to just dial it back and realize that you don't bounce back after your 7th child in 9 years as fast as your mind does. And even though the demands of life are there, like the demands of all the children and wanting to get fresh air and wanting to not feel so cooped up and wanting to help and be involved in the family unit, if I don't take care of myself in these situations, and I won't be able to help and take care of anyone, which I don't want, obviously. So this has been a really amazing time though for me and Zion, because she's just been able to lay on me, and all of that too was kind of disturbing. My milk coming in, and that was just also a point of huge stress. So there was just a lot of It's been a very heavy couple days, but I'm turning a corner because I was listening to my body and just started inputting a lot of things that I needed to take care of myself and nurture and heal my body with things that was missing. And should do a whole post on this postpartum. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling, but the point is, so grateful for everyone's love and support on YouTube. The YouTube community, I think, is a unique community. It's not like any other platform, and it's so amazing. You kind of find your people. It's a great place. I am not of the notion that, everyone will like you and everyone will make positive comments and but I am of the notion that, that is what it's kind of like in real life. You find your people and, you don't walk up on the street to people and say rude, random things. And the social world has kind of like morphed into something that is not like the real world. So I just love the YouTube community. You guys have been so amazing and supportive. Just having a baby. I think having a baby when it is there's just so many emotions, so much whirlwind, so much everything. And to just have people say, like, we're so happy for you and congratulations. And just be so happy for our family that I really can't express like what that does for people to just have encouragement in their life and people that they feel like are there to encourage and rally around them. I think we all get beat up enough. I know for myself, I beat myself up enough every night with all the things I feel like I've failed at in motherhood and life in general. So it's like to have people that are positive and uplifting and encouraging is just so amazing. And there is definitely also a space and place for people to point things out and hold you accountable. And we love, Darren and I are that for each other. We interrupt this regularly scheduled mama broadcast for a little, toddler fun. Do you think you are a professional at this?
Not yet. Maybe when I get to 12. You can call me a master data.
You are a master data. Hey, they say if you've done something for 10 years, right, then you're technically a master at that, right?
So that makes me a master. You know what I'm saying? No.
Delicious. I swear. You are the master. That's the problem with this whole thing.
That's not the problem. That is the solution. Problem solved. People be like, do y'all know what causes this? Yeah, we like it too much.
That's usually my response to people. They're like, shouldn't Darren be saying that? What's with you? Oh.
Can you have a plate in there?
Yeah, on the floor.
Yeah.
Can you make me one?
Yeah, I have to get the food out.
Bring it to me when it's done, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
It's a little chilly in here.
Yeah, the fresh air is coming in. Got the top of the window open for Mama, and it is breezy and beautiful.
Freezing cold.
Freezing cold? It's not freezing. It's beautiful. Earlier, Salem came in and he said to me, he had a bottle of juice, this limeade. We don't let the kids drink juice. But he said, can I have a splash of this in my water? And it was like 10:30. I said, no, it's the morning. You can drink regular water. Later this afternoon, when it's hot and you've been playing outside, we'll have sparkling water and you can put a splash of that in it. So he's in an interesting phase right now. Anyway, there's lots of changes going on, but so he left my room. He said okay, but he came back later to the room with a cup of water that looked like it was probably mostly juice and no water. It was so dark. And I said, Salem, I think I questioned, why did you get that? I told you no. And I said, go put that back in the kitchen. And I said, very sharply, you are gonna learn to listen. He went and put it back in the kitchen and he stormed off, just distraught, very upset. I felt like I was 2 inches tall because I just demoralized a 4-year-old. And there are things like immediately I know, like, why did I say that like that? Why, as a parent, did I just talk to my little man son like that? I don't want to talk to Darren like that. So these boys are men too. So it was just, then I was just immediately grieved. I talked to him like that. I couldn't get out of bed to go chase him. So I asked Darren to go talk to him, please. And then later my other son, Chapman, told me that that Papa, the grandfather, actually had filled the juice in the water cup. And so anyway, Salem had gotten him to do it for him, and I didn't know that. So there was a lot of dynamics going on there. I'm saying all this to say, it's so hard, to balance parenting with giving structure and boundaries and all of that, and then balance letting them have the autonomy and the freedom to learn, make mistakes, make good decisions. And I should have never said, you're gonna learn to listen. I don't want them to just be good listeners. I want our children to be raised to be good, healthy, independent adults. And they're their own people now. They're just trying to explore, their boundaries, and they're trying to explore life. And my boys are really men, and I need to empower them. So anyway, this is the ramblings of a postpartum mother, but I think it is, it's just so important for us that I called him in later, and when he would finally come, he wouldn't come in for a while, but I just profusely apologized to him for talking to him that way, for not knowing that Papa was the one that had poured his juice for him. But, it is important for them to learn, but over a cup of juice, it's not important for me to demoralize my child. So, YouTube is hard. You're obviously not going to show your downfalls and pitfalls, but I think it's important for us to, do discuss our things that, have happened, and just to have the humility to work on them and to acknowledge to our children we're sorry, because just like he messed up, that he went behind my back and tried to get juice, and it's like he'll learn that one day, but I can model to him that I'm sorry, that I shouldn't have talked that way, to take personal responsibility for my own behavior. I think hopefully that'll go further one day than any silly cup of juice. So I think we mess up daily as parents, but I will say I think we try and reflect daily on the culture we do want to set for our children, how we can attain that, how we can at least keep working towards it. Can we move the needle every day? Can we change generational things that have been there? Can we acknowledge them and try and make them different? And so interesting, I saw somebody post today something that said, I like to pretend like I died and went to heaven, and I asked God to send me back to earth so I could swim in lakes and see the mountains and cry and get my heart broken and enjoy life and go to the grocery store 1,000 more times. And it just listed some more things, and just enjoy the miracle of life, the miracle that we get to be here. And that was so good for me to see, because I sent it to my parents and Darren. I said, childbirth is the only way you can birth a child is 100% complete surrender to the process of birth. And it always shows me how fragile life is, and it always makes me reflect on just the mercy God has had on us, and that we're alive and we're well, and our children are well, and we're here. And it is a good perspective to think, just if we weren't here, that we would want to be, and that we would want to experience the small miracles of daily life. So, that's what Darren and I think are constantly trying to pay attention to, and constantly trying to live in the moment and appreciate it. And we're not graceful at it always. We lose our temper and raise our voice, but it's so important to just have these moments to really get you to reflect and be mindful and be in the moment, and see that there's really a lot of battles not worth fighting. Just let them go. People can make their decisions, but we just can live by example and try and enjoy the small things. So in my room, I'm enjoying the candles and the fresh air pouring in, and the flowers that my family has bought me, and the sounds of a new baby. Sounds of new life. It's all that matters. Thanks for everybody who's listened to my rants. And I just encourage you in your own life to stop and enjoy the miracles of today. Just the absolute miracle of life. Dada did a pretty good job instead of a mama. Served me like a queen. He's amazing. Thank you, babe. Love you.
Kid tested, mother approved. Good job, Cap. She cooked a good dinner. Chew your food, little silly girl. Is that yummy? Is that yummy? Been amazing, but little Zion, she came 2 weeks early, so because of that we didn't get to block out. We had things blocked out around the due date on the Airbnb, so literally the next day after she was born we had to do some turns. So a couple days after that we were able to block out a few days, but back at it. I think somebody's coming tomorrow, or I don't know, the next day, something like that, but I'm trying to get them ready. So that's been pretty crazy. Other than that, things have been amazing. We haven't had to do anything else besides keep the other 6 kids alive and fed. That newborn life, dude. Them home births, you don't get that hospital time 48 hours away from the house. Next minute, you got real responsibilities at home with a newborn there. So, but it's amazing. We still love it. What do you 2 rascals have?
Whipped cream, my hand.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing, you 2 cookers. Praise him, girl.